Monsters, Morals, and the Message, God and Classic Horror. Written and narrated by Dave Grigsby, Grigsby Digital Home Studios. Hey y'all, thanks for tuning in to Grigsby Digital Home Studios. Today, we're stepping into the shadows, not just for the chills or the jump scares, but to uncover the deeper message behind the monsters. I've loved monster movies all my life. Grew up watching Dracula, Frankenstein, the Wolfman, all the old classics. They weren't just stories to me. They were legends. They made my imagination run wild and sparked a lifelong love of film. But something happened later in life. After I was baptized for the second time, a friend pulled me aside and said, "You can't watch those monster movies no more. They're evil." And I took that to heart. For a while I turned away from the very films that helped shape who I was. Then one day I was flipping through the channels, and there it was Dracula, 1931. Bela Lugosi in that haunting stare. Dwight Frye as Renfield. Van Helsing looks Renfield dead in the eye and says, "You will die in torment if you die with innocent blood on your soul." And Renfield replies, "Oh no, God will not damn a lunatic's soul. He knows that the powers of evil are too great for those of us with weak minds." That moment, it hit me deep. These movies weren't glorifying darkness. They were warning us about it. Most of them were soaked in religious symbols. The cross, the Bible, holy water, and the fear of God. They weren't teaching us to become monsters. They were showing what happens when we stray too far from God's path. Message from Dracula? Dracula don't flinch at science or reason. But when someone stands firm in faith, holding a cross he backs down, that ain't just a movie trick. That's spiritual truth. The cross ain't just a symbol. It's power over darkness. Message from Frankenstein? Frankenstein's monster ain't born evil. He's a creation of pride, man trying to be God. And the real tragedy? The monster just wants to be accepted. It's not the creature who's wicked. It's the arrogance that made him. Message from Bride of Frankenstein. There's a moment of peace in that film that stands out like a light in a storm. The monster stumbles upon a blind man who's been praying for company. He don't judge him by his appearance. He welcomes him in, thanks God, and calls him friend. For a short while, the monster finds peace, safety, and grace. That's not horror, that's holy. Message from the Wolfman Larry Talbot is cursed. He don't want to hurt nobody, but the beast inside takes over. And ain't that just like us sometimes? We all got things we wrestle with. Temptations, weakness. The only thing that can stop him? A silver bullet, often made from a silver crucifix. A symbol of purity, sacrifice, and God's authority. It takes something holy to break a real curse. Message from the Hunchback of Notre Dame. Quasimodo is mocked and hated because of how he looks. But in the cathedral, in God's house, he finds strength. The bells call him. The stone walls protect him. He's not the monster. He's the soul with the most compassion. Message from King Kong. The giant gorilla ain't a demon or a villain. He's taken from his home, chained, and put on display. And for what? Entertainment, profit, pride. It wasn't the airplanes, it was beauty killed the beast. But really, it was man's sin, his need to dominate and possess, Kong didn't want power. He didn't want worship. He just wanted peace. Final thoughts. Now, look, these old movies weren't preaching sermons, but they carried truth in their bones. Truth about sin, about pride, about mercy and redemption. God's will still reigns, even in the darkest stories. Evil might rise, but it don't get the last word. And this is just to name a few films. There's a whole graveyard of classic horror that carries messages of faith, hope, and grace. So next time you watch a monster movie, don't just look for the fear, look for the message. Thanks for walking with me through the fog. This has been Grigsby Digital Home Studios. Stay kind, stay curious, and above all, stay rooted in the truth.